Bates Motel. I know what you're thinking, but this is not that Bates Motel. This is not the Bates Motel that you've read about in the newspaper lately. The one at which all of those ghastly murders took place just a few weeks ago. You see, that Bates Motel was owned and operated by my brother, Norman. The good one. This Bates Motel is owned and operated by me, Nathan, and I'm really quite nice. And I know that you're very nice too, because you're not even really here. You're just the voices in my head that I talk to when I'm feeling lonely. And you knew everything I just explained to you because you've heard me say it 1,000 times, and you let me do it anyway. Thank you, voices in my head. Hey, voices in my head, I know you often like to tell me what to do, and I don't want you to be frustrated by not giving you an opportunity to talk. So why don't we get it out of the way now? On the count of 3, since Halloween is coming up, why don't you just shout out what you think I should dress up as for Halloween this year? 1, 2, 3! Okay. That's awesome. I'm going to dress up as all of those things. How about on the count of 3, you tell me what I should have for dinner tonight? 1, 2, 3! Spaghetti! Spaghetti! Thank you, late voice in my head. I think I will have spaghetti. Hey, voices in my head, do you know what I like most about owning and operating a motel? It's looking out of this window right over here and looking at all of the marvelous people walking up and down the street in front of our motel. Look with me, voices. Can't you just see them? And don't they look marvelous? You know, voices in my head, I have a feeling that one of these people is going to check in and become a guest at our motel tonight. You're awfully intuitive about things like this, and you make wonderful guesses. Can you guess which one of these people is going to check into our motel tonight?
A woman!
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening. Which one? This lady right here?
No. The green one.
No, the hat.
Man with a hat.
Fight. I think it'll probably be this woman and this man.
Yeah.
A couple. Won't that be exciting? But you know, voices in my head, just looking at those dapper people makes me think they must have some strange and unusual reason for checking into our motel tonight. You're so good at guessing, voices. What strange and unusual reason do you think they have for checking into our motel tonight?
Murder!
Sweet.
A bear!
They're planning a murder. I think that voice in my head said murder. You talk to me a lot, voice. Remember when we were only 7? That was fun. Although I don't know, voices in my head, I would be very surprised if these people were planning a murder, but you never know. I guess we'll just have to wait and find out. Well, hello, Mr. and Mrs. Harper. It is lovely to have you. I'll take your bags, and I'll show you right in. I hope you'll find this suite comfortable. It's our largest suite in the motel.
Thank you. It's very uniquely furnished.
Yes.
Oh,
Mr.
dear.
What,
Oh,
Poor bird.
yes, that's Skipper.
I think Skipper's passed.
Why would you say that?
You see, he's dead. He looks very dead.
He's just sleeping, Mrs. Harper, I assure you.
Mr. Bates, I think we know a thing or two about murder or death.
You know, that reminds me, I've been meaning to ask you, why did you check into our motel tonight?
We're planning a murder of our own.
Wow. That's awfully bold of you to come right out and tell me.
You see, every year we like to throw these murder mystery parties. And we thought this year we'd put a little extra special twist on it.
Who are you planning to murder?
Oh, we shouldn't ruin the surprise.
How exciting.
Mr. Bates, do you enjoy parties?
I enjoy parties very much, Mr. Harper.
Perhaps you'd like to come to ours.
A murder party?
Oh, it's all in good fun.
Is it possible that I might be the murder victim?
If you'd like to be.
Why, no, of course not. I have to say, I'm all a tingle, Mr. and Mrs. Harper. I'm almost afraid to turn my back on you while I show you around the motel.
Oh, well, the party hasn't started yet.
Well, that's the bar. You're welcome to anything you like. That's the couch. You're welcome to sit on it. You've already met Skipper. And this is the table where you're welcome to sit. This is fruit and vegetables, but don't eat it. It's wax.
Mr. Bates, I hope you don't mind, but some of the people that are going to be joining us for the party will be coming here to this room.
Oh, I think that's a wonderful idea, Mr. Harper. After all, what is a motel if not a place for people to gather and enjoy each other's company before you kill one another?
Oh, it was just a joke, right, dear?
Yes, of course, Mr. Bates. You didn't take us literally.
Oh, are you saying you're not really planning to kill anybody?
It's a mystery, as I said.
Although, murder is in the air now, isn't it? You know, I'll probably have to kill them myself. I can, you know. I've been trying so hard not to kill anybody lately, in spite of you. But sometimes, you know how it is. People come along, and they're just so deliciously rotten, and if I wanted to, I could just kill them with this knife right here. Or maybe just one of them. But, as I say, I don't really want to kill anybody this time. Mr. and Mrs. Harper, I'd love to know a little bit more about you. Tell me, where do you come from?
We come from Seattle.
And how long have you been married?
Just 2 short months.
2 short months? Honeymooners.
Yes, exactly.
How interesting. Has it been good so far? I mean, in bed?
Oh, my dear, I think you go too far.
Well, I think if we can't all become fast friends and share intimate secrets with each other, what's the point of checking into a hotel on the side of the road?
You seem like fun. You should join our party.
Perhaps I will, but I'd much rather hear about the two of you now, your personal lives, what makes you fall in love with each other, where you got married. Please tell me. I'm so lonely.
Well, you see, Mr. Bates, we're entertainers. We go around to various locales throwing parties for people. And
We met on that circuit and fell in love.
Yes.
Both of us happen to have a delicious appetite for scheming.
Yes, well, you see, we were planning one fantastic party and another murder mystery as the one that we're about to unfold tonight. And the two of us played the victims. But to surprise the guests, we had to hide in a freezer for 3 hours. Now the freezer, it wasn't on, but the two of us were.
We kept each other warm that night, very warm. And after
Good
that,
thing.
Marriage was necessary.
It's a good thing the freezer wasn't on. The two of you would have been frigid.
Well, unfortunately, we have some guests coming tonight who weren't too pleased with how our last party turned out.
You know something? If you'll excuse the observation, I understand we've only been friends for a short while, but I think the two of you are living a disguised life. I don't think the two of you have been honest about anything in a very long time, least of all with each other. And the bedroom is back there by the bathroom.
You don't believe us, Mr. Bates. What part of our story seems like a fallacy?
The part about not being sure whether you're trying to murder someone tonight?
Well, say we were, it would be awful odd of us to admit it to you.
Yes, but I promise you I won't tell. You know there's motelier patron confidentiality laws.
Well, what do you say, dear? Should we be perfectly honest with Mr. Bates here?
Please do.
Mr. Bates, my husband and I are both fans of psychology, especially popular modern psychology. Both of us have become interested in the concept of murder for someone who deserves it. Now tell me, do you think it would be wrong to kill somebody if they truly deserve to be killed?
I think that's a fabulous question. And no, I don't. I don't believe in the so-called sanctity of human life. Do you know what I believe, Mrs. Harper? I believe that people are just animals like any other animal, and there's no reason that one animal should be weighed in more importance than the other. Find a rat, kill a rat. Find a moose, kill a moose, and hang its head on the wall of your motel in the lobby by the fireplace, which serves coffee from 7 to 9. Find a person that you don't like. Kill that person. There's nothing more valuable to them than there is to a moose. In fact, the moose's pelt can sell for more.
Does that extend to your pet bird, Mr. Bates?
Skipper is alive.
Well, we do hope that you'll join us. It seems like you have the proper appetite for this sort of thing.
Yes. I imagine I will have a great time at this party.
Well, do join us then.
Excuse me. Ah, Vincent. Elizabeth.
You arrived early.
Roger, we didn't expect you here yet.
Well, I decided to leave earlier this morning. The traffic seemed lighter. Good to see you.
We haven't even set up for the party yet.
I'll put your bags in the bedroom.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Bates.
Roger.
Elizabeth.
Roger, please, take a seat over here.
We're so pleased that you decided to come to the party after what happened at the last one.
Of course. Roger and I being partners at the firm, I will not miss it.
Yes, Roger.
Gloria, dear good wife, and pour me a drink.
You're not my husband, though.
Yes, but of course, you don't mind.
Yes. Well, you understand, Roger, that tonight you two will be playing a wedded couple, but of course that's not the truth of it.
It was written in the letter, my role, so I'm starting early. If you don't mind, Elizabeth.
You can begin. I enjoy not knowing when we've started playing versus when reality ends.
Well,
Cheers.
Cheers to reality ending.
Cheers to possibilities.
The possibilities.
You know, Roger, perhaps we should practice your death sequence now. What do you think?
Isn't that too soon? You're giving away the ending to me too quick. But if we must, I will oblige.
I suppose you're right. We want to give that away.
Let's let the rest of the guests arrive first.
Who else are we expecting?
Well, we have my sister, Catherine.
Two lovelies. How wonderful.
Yes, and I believe she's bringing a friend I haven't met.
A friend?
Yes.
Well, I like the odds.
We also will be joined, perhaps, by a very interesting hotelier. Motelier, sorry.
Yes. You know, he has been back there quite a long time. I don't know.
Speaking of which, how did you find this rather peculiar and interesting location?
We wanted something just disturbing enough to be creepy for the party. So we found this little rundown motel, fit with old, weird furniture that smells vaguely of death and urine.
Elizabeth, I must confess that I've always had my eyes on you.
I must confess that I always knew.
Even though Vincent and I are good friends and partners, that doesn't mean that perhaps we could have our own liaison on the various nights. If you're willing, of course. Perhaps we should stop role-playing and try it out for real.
Well, as I said, I don't like to determine where exactly reality ends and fiction begins.
Well, I do. And it should begin now.
No.
Well, I won't force you, of course.
Well, I turned the bed down. Your husband seemed to be tired, and he took a nap for a little while. Oh well, caught in a lie.
Sorry, I just wanted to thank you for turning the bed down. I think I'm going to take that nap I took.
Thank you. I'm sorry I was premature. Anyway, I'll leave you all to get settled in. I'll just warn you, be careful of this chair. 3 months ago, somebody died and urinated in it.
Roger, I must admit, although I knew you always had feelings for me, I would think that my sister's presence at the party would pique your interest.
Well, where is she? My interest is piqued.
The party wasn't supposed to start for 20 minutes, and yet you're here already. She's on her way, I'm sure.
Tell me about her.
She's a unique woman.
Oh, go ahead.
Is the game already started? Unique in a good way, of course, is what I meant.
Hello, where's the body?
Oh, we haven't
It's
begun.
right here.
You remember my dear friend Gloria.
Oh, Gloria.
Gloria, it's
It's nice to meet you.
nice to see you again, Roger.
The pleasure is all mine.
I think I will go join my husband in a quick lie down.
But we just got here.
Please, make yourselves comfortable. I've just arrived myself. Could I pour each of you a drink?
Yes, please. Anything.
Anything?
You decide.
Ah, dealer's choice. How was your trip over?
It was slow, traffic. She's not much of a driver, I have to say.
Well, you could have driven yourself if you wanted.
Well, you could have asked me if you wanted me to drive.
Well, that's not big.
Let's not.
No, bickering can be fun. I enjoy a good bicker.
Yes? What do you like to bicker about?
Bickering itself.
So you're a bickerer.
I am.
I like that in a man.
Do you?
Of course you would like that in a man.
Well, I like that in a woman that likes that in a man.
Well, then we have something in common. Roger.
It feels as though we do. I'm quite excited for tonight's festivities.
Yes. Let's hope it goes better than the last
The
one.
last one. Tell me.
You were there.
Yes, but I had one too many drinks. My memory is quite foggy. What had transpired?
Well, a certain person had been predestined to die.
I do hope it's me.
No, last time. Listen up.
Yes, but I mean this time I do hope it's me.
Well, why do you want to die?
It's the fun of the game. To be the one focused around. I've loved having the center of attention.
Well, I hope you die then.
Let us make a toast. To my death.
To your death.
To my death.
To your death.
To your death! Oh, I'm sorry, I was eavesdropping through that hole in the wall. And couldn't help but notice that we were celebrating the impending death of someone. I'm glad it's you.
As am I. Pardon me, I never got your name.
My name is Nathan, Nathan Bates.
Are you
Roger.
the motelier?
I didn't know you speak French, madame. My goodness, you are a beautiful woman.
Why, thank you.
Yes, she is quite beautiful.
Suppose you've noticed that there are 3 beautiful women at this party.
I have.
Are you interested in sleeping with one of them?
I am.
Which one?
That's also a secret. You are quite a bold gentleman, aren't you?
Far too many secrets I've found. Far too many secrets. I really should kill one of them. But no. But this one, for example. I mean, if Mr. and Mrs. Harper were planning on killing somebody, it would probably be the person who was trying to have an illicit affair with Mrs. Harper. At least that would be Mr. Harper's objective. Perhaps Mr. Harper is planning on killing him, and Mrs. Harper thinks it's all just a game. Regardless, wouldn't it be more fun if he really died? Thank you. I could kill him, you know, with that knife in that drawer. You know what? I'll go and think about it. And I'll come back at a time when he's in the room alone, which I hope will be soon.
Well, dear, I think it's time to start the party. All our guests have arrived.
Indeed. Oh, except I forgot to bring any snacks.
Ah,
I can run out and get some.
What about the fruit here?
It's wax.
Yes, don't eat it, it might kill you.
But on second hand, do.
Everybody, I just wanted to mention that the snack cart down in the lobby is going to be closing soon, so if you need any snacks for your party, you might want to go now. There's just enough for 4 people to carry.
Roger, why don't you stay behind and watch the place, pal?
I'll make myself at home, thank you.
You always do.
My, it sounds like he doesn't like you very much.
Him and I go back a long way. We give each other a hard time from time to time.